So I think what I'm going to continue doing this week is working on the same block that we were working on last week, which is like an ACF block. Where did I end up with this thing last week? Let's see. What was I looking at here? I think we were doing it in streams, right? Streams, display, meta block. So let's see where we ended up last time. All right, so this is the block that we were sort of working on. I'm just going to get rid of this. So if I grab this, you remember we have, so we got an ACF, we have native, meta. So this retrieves the native meta. Here I've got a couple of meta fields that I've registered for this particular post type, and then we also registered some stuff in ACF. So you can see I've got a couple of fields in here, and this is great and all good. We kind of ended last week where let me get rid of this. We ended last week where I was kind of at the point where it's like, well, what do we do with? That's great. Like we've pulled some meta, but if it's not meta, that's like, good morning, Corey. How are you? Welcome to the stream, my friend. We kind of got to the point where it was like, well, great, so we could display this stuff, but what if it's something that's a bit more, what if it's a bit more complicated than just like a, you know, a piece of, like a piece of, like a string, right? So what do we do with that? Well, I did a bit of digging, and let me, oh, actually, you know what, let me get, what's this thing called? Display. CD, sorry, plugins, display, meta, npm start, nom, npm start. So that's just gonna put our block in build mode. So I was doing a bit of digging, and what is it? ACF REST, the API integration right in here. So I was looking at some of this stuff. So it's cool. So this is how we're retrieving it, right? If we look back at what we're doing up here, you can see that we have ACF. So that's where we're actually getting the meta. Because if you look at the JSON response, WP JSON, we look at like, so this is the response for that particular post, the Twitch stream. Sorry, it's hard to read that, but basically it's Twitch stream and then the post type. So it's this post, or this stream that we're looking at. You can see we've got our meta here. So this is the meta that I registered when I registered my post type. And then we've got ACF. And so ACF is sort of a secondary, it's a second field. It's not it's not all in one place. So what we were doing was and this is Corey, who told me that you could do this because he's like super awesome and smart. We were using use entity prop to retrieve the meta information from the post type, but then we also used it to retrieve the ACF stuff, right? So cool, so we have that. So this is kind of where we ended up. And then what is this? Okay, so then debounce save, yeah, okay. So I was messing around with this, and I actually got this working so it saves back to the field now. 188, yeah, I have been able to get it to save now. So if we keep looking at this, you can do a post request, right? This is basically it. So what we can use is API fetch to get this post, or to send the post request to be able to update these things. So that's kind of where I ended up. What did I just change there? Something. What did I? Oh, it's okay. So what I did was I wrote this little debounce save thing. Now the reason I'm doing debounce is because it gets a bit complicated because there's two parts to this field, right? What's the best way to sort of, okay. So when I have a field in React, I want to be able to type and have it be live, right? So in order to do that, we have to kind of disconnect, because I haven't figured out, like, it's very nice to be able to call, so like in our native case here, we can just call the set native function that came from the use entity prop. So I'm just going to close my sidebar here so we can see this a little bit better, right? So when we call use entity prop, we get the entity prop that we want. In this case, it's the meta, and a function to update said meta, right? But when we did it for ACF, it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. And I don't entirely know why. So just calling like set ACF meta. Oh, KevXP, thanks for the resub. When we call this doesn't do anything. It doesn't seem to want to update. So what I did was instead I wrote basically an API fetch to update the fields. But the problem is every time I hit the key, I can't call this because it's going to try to save. It's going to do a round trip. So it'd be like type, save, return, type, save, return. Maybe insufficient issue. Yeah, maybe, but I don't really know what's going on behind. Like, sorry, you're talking. This is what Corey's asking, but you're talking about like figuring out why this doesn't work. I mean, we can see what it responds to. Like, we can see what it returns, but I think what's happening is that there's not a connection. It may well be saving, but it's just not. It's not connected to what we're doing, right? So here's the ACF stuff. So if I just do this and I just comment it out and then I grab my ACF, set ACF folder and basically do the same thing here, not ACF, wait, sorry, set ACF meta, that's the wrong function. So I do this and I essentially call it the same way as I was calling here, right? And instead of native meta, it would have to be ACF meta, ACF meta, and then meta key is being stupid because it's an object. There we go. Ooh. Oh, Toro Unit, thanks for the sub. Big time thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. It's amazing. Cool. So then, yeah, so if I call this, I don't think it's going to work. So let's see what happens. Maybe because it's today and I'm saying it's not going to work, maybe it will work. So let's just have a looky-loo. All right, so let's grab a block. We're gonna grab this custom field. I'm gonna this custom field is just a string, so I'm just going to say hello. All right, so it says it's saving. I don't know where saving is coming from. Oh wait a minute. That shouldn't be happening. Okay, I need to refresh my page. That's why. Let me just reload that. All right, let's try this again. So we're gonna grab this. That worked because I was running old code. Hello is, yeah. See what's happening. So you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm typing, and that's not updating. But look at that. That's weird. That's weird. So what is that? So that is actually what's happening in there. Oh, sorry. I might be wrong. This might be working. Let's back it up. Try it again. Okay. So between streams, what I was actually doing, I was using a piece of state to manage the ACF data kind of in an interim state. So I had this thing that I was calling ACF holder. And what it was doing is basically just using it so I could update this and you could see it happen in real time. And then when I finished typing, like I debounced the save and then it would save behind the scenes. So kind of, but what was happening there was it was actually showing this in a weird spot. So I'm going to put this back. So now we're looking at the meta directly and we're trying to update the meta directly. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna do a quick refresh. Yes, I want to reload. All right, I grab this, and I'm gonna do this. So this is ACF custom, and I'm going to say, does this work? Okay, if this works, I'm going to table flip here in a minute. It just worked. What the deuce? Corey, this was not working last week, right? What the deuce? What the deuce? What the deuce? Thank you, Kev. Thank you for what the deuce for that. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. It didn't work. What is going on? It still says hello. Huh? Okay. So if I hit, oh, is that just because I refreshed without saving? I wonder. Okay, so that updated. All right. So this says this says I refresh the page. Let's see. Let's just see what happens now. So this is what I think is happening. I think what's happening is Gutenberg, the block editor. All right, this is my thoughts. So when I am typing this is updating the state internally, like the JavaScript object that is the state of this, right? So this is happening, this is being set, and then the key is like I'm setting it to the data store, then it's being retrieved from the data store. But when I hit update, those things are not being connected. That's what I think is happening. So can we see this? I wonder. So if I hit update, am I gonna get? I got this. Okay, let's just see, ACF custom. So that's trying. It looks like it's trying. So, what is it? Preview and the response. Is there any? Oh, can I pretty print this? Thank you. Thank you, pretty print. There we go. To meta ACF. Weird. It's getting it. So why is it not actually saving it? Let's look at what's in the REST API here. So that, okay. So I think, all right. So to make this work, I think what we have to do is tie in somehow into the saving of, like, when I hit save, right? Because if let me test something here. And I think that actually makes sense. So sorry, I'm clicking on things randomly now. So if we're just doing native meta, right? And I select the stream duration and I've just got this in here. So if I just go test, right? And I don't update it, like if I don't hit update, this is not going to be test wherever it is. This is going to be whatever it is, right? But as soon as I hit update, that's when it gets written. And I think that's correct. That's correct. I think that's the right flow, right? So this says test. So I think what we need to do is have some sort of like is saving, and then we call. That's what I think we need to do. That's what I think we need to do. Okay, so we can keep this, and this keeps everything nice and clean inside the block editor. And then we need to have, I think we need to get like a is saving. So what would that be? So let's look. That would be probably in block editor. So this is how I love to try to sort out what things, right? So if I go wp data.select, right? I can, and then let's see, what would it be, you think? Block editor maybe? Block editor? And I can say block editor. Let's just see what selectors are in there. Can, block, is there an is? Block is resolving, is saving. So that's probably not it. Any guesses as to the name of the core edit post? Is it edit post? Edit? Maybe that's it. Oh no, that's not it. / block editor core button. I'm gonna have to just Google it. Gutenberg is saving. I think that's what we need to know. All right, so this edit and save. Hope for function. It's got to be in one of these data. Core data. I bet you that's it. Core data is saving. Okay, so is saving entity record. Okay, I think this is what we need. I think we need this. So what data store is this? This is from the core, the namespace core. So that should mean, just double check this. Oh, I should have to kind of like core. I say is, right? I should, You just stop with your data errors. Is what the hell? It's gone beyond that. Gone beyond what the deuce is. Now it's what the hell. Oh. What is this thing called? Where is the example for this? Select core, get users. So it's got to be is saving, right? What was that? Is saving? Where's this thing? Saving is saving record. Okay. So let's just see what we can get out of this. So in my edit here, I need to import. What was that? Use select, right? I'm going to have use select, import, we'll use select, use select. It's just I just can't find I just can't find the package it's in, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. WordPress, what is this? Data, right? Oh, I already have that. Do that. All right, and then in my use select, I'm going to do this. I just want to know if it's saving, right? Const. We're going to go is saving entity record. Oh no, I'm just going to say is saving, and that's not going to be is use select, right? And then we're going to say select like this, and then we're going to return select, and then apparently it's core. Right, and then it's going to be is saving, and I forget the name of the function, is saving entity record, right? So then if I grab a use select, and Kevin's going to tell me I shouldn't use select, but I'm not going to listen to him, or use effect, I mean, right? And then in here, I'm just going to go use effect like this. It's going to be is saving, which should probably be defined before that. And I'm going to go console log is saving. All right. Someone's going to clip this for your highlight reel. Someone's going to clip what from my highlight reel? Me trying to, what are you talking about? Put it in an array. You put it in an array. Oh, it is an array. Kevin, get out of here. I knew that. I knew that, Kev. All right, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. All right, so I just want to see what happens if I'm going to just refresh this. I'm refreshing this. Okay, so this is saying false. Well, that means that it's a thing that's actually happening. So we hit update. Oh, you son of a bitch, it didn't do anything. Okay. Is that not the one I want? Maybe that's not the one. Maybe that's not the one I want. Deleting, auto-saving, has undo, has entity. I feel like this might not be the right. Well, in this case, what I want to do is call my save when that changes, basically. So you think about it, Kevin. Tell me the right way of doing it. Okay, so this is not what I'm looking for. An is saving. The editor, post editor data is auto saving. Is post auto saving locked? Is post saving locked? Is saving post? That's probably what I'm looking for. So what is this? This is core editor. So let's make that change. Core/editor. Kevin, you and your magic mystical JavaScript knowledge needs to tell me the right way of doing it. Okay, so that's what I want. So it's true and false. So, Kevin, what I want to do is basically, I'm gonna save in here at this point when I'm saving, I want to basically save the ACF meta. Probably just want a conditional is saving so React will group the updates together, but it depends. Whew. That's like I know those are words in English in a particular order, but I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't need this anymore, right? So this is cool. And then so basically I want to run effectively, I'm going to run this, right? I don't know if I need to invalidate the resolver anymore. That's something that we'll have to mess with, right? So I don't need that. So I'm just going to basically run that. So you don't think I should do it like this, Kev? Is that what you're telling me? Use effect is saving. So just basically is saving. So just in line like this is saving. This feels so wrong to me. I don't know why. I have it in my head that you shouldn't have this sort of logic in this place like that, right? So we don't need this use effect at all. You're just saying do that. That's what you're saying? Fine. All right, let's see what happens now. Okay, so key and value is not just start with however makes sense in your head and refactor after. But if it makes sense in my head, why do I have to refactor it? Async key value. What? Oh, Lord. Okay, so I need to change this a little bit. So I just basically need to run it as ACF. I need to just spread. It'll be ACF meta. That's what I think I need. Right? Okay. The saving might fire there 100 times actually. Oh! This thing might fire 100 times? So should I put it back inside of my use effect? I just want to see. Well, Wesley, I don't know. All right, I just want to see if this works. Let's just see if this works, and then we'll fix it. So I'm going to jump back over to my ACF. I'm going to grab my custom. In here it's hello, and I'm going to say, is it me you're looking for? Hopefully someone gets the reference. Okay. So now we've got this update that wants to happen. Okay, so that's false update. So did my network, oh, I missed the network. Okay, I missed the network. Did it fire? Let's see. Okay, let's jump over here and, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? Do I have a build here? No, okay. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this out for a second because there's some logic in here that I need to actually apply here. So I'm gonna say if is, because I want this to be saving. I want it to be true. If it's false, I never want this to run, right? So I want that to happen. And then this is gonna have to be spreading the ACF meta. So I think that makes sense, right? ACF becomes ACF meta. And because we want to write all the ACF meta, and then we're going to hit this endpoint, and then I'm going to just check my stuff in here. Okay, I'm going to refresh this. The fetch should go in an effect. Didn't realize you were putting a side effect in there. Which, the API fetch should go into a use effect? That's what you're saying? Because I'm calling fetch, it should go in there? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's where I was headed with it. Oh my God, I did it right? Kevin, did I do it right? Someone clip that. Someone clip that with the caption, I did it right, Kevin said so. Yes! I feel vindicated. Great success. Okay, I'm gonna type this. Is it me? I'm gonna do the joke again. You're looking for, and then if I hit update, I should get, what is this? What is this? What is this? Is it not responding? Let's see what's happening. Why can I see this in a little bit better? Okay, so I've got, okay, that's not it. So true, valid. Okay, well, I don't know what that was all about. Okay, payload. Payload, is it me you're looking for? So that was what we were having before, but it wasn't it. Okay, so here is response. And I don't understand why that's not. Oh, do I have to do it individually? I wonder if that's the problem. I don't know. Baron C24, thanks for the follow. You're awesome. So this is my request. It's actually making the request, I think, right? Is it? Is it this one? Oh, no, it's following it up. Oh, I wonder if it's... I wonder if it's because... I wonder if this is like happening after... It, like, so this looks like that's happening this here, and then this is being called afterwards. Oh, that's super fun. That's super annoying. Why? It's so annoying. Why is that doing that? I'm gonna get rid of that. So if I just call this on its own, this will work. This works if I call it on its own, but I have to call it on its own. That's so dumb. Okay. So this is the first one that's happening, and then this is the second one that's happening, and I wonder. And what's the payload for the first? Oh, so this is just the payload for ACF. That's right. So it's just sending the things that are changing. So I wonder if I need to do this in a different way. Oh, it's annoying. Okay, so this is right. It's just for whatever reason. It's not updating. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna update this again. I'm gonna refresh. Is it actually loading it properly? Please, this, no, it didn't load it properly. Crap, okay. Well, all right. So if I were to do something like, let me just double check this to make sure I'm actually doing this right. So if I were to say put a button in here, if I were to just do like a, whatever, button, maybe from components, I just want to check this, right? And then I go save, and then I go on, click, do a little function here, and then I'm gonna do this. Why doesn't that like me? Something's broken. Oh, I know why. Sorry, I need to have it needs to be a single element. That's why. Okay, so that's better. So then I paste clipboard. I paste my API fetch in there, and then in this case it's going to be ACF, and I think I just do it like that. I think that's all I was doing last time. And then where's value? Value is going to be. That's obnoxious. Okay, and it'll be that ACF meta key. Are you trying to save the meta field to the post? Yeah, I am, but these are ACF meta fields, so they're saved in a slightly different place in a slightly different way. I may be overthinking it, so if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. So hopefully what this should do is take whatever the meta key is for here, and save it with whatever the value is, because it's already been updated. So if I refresh this now, I hope this will work. I'll come here, I will go testeroo, right? I'll clear this so we can see. So if I hit this button now, I get this, right? Testeroo, ACF custom testeroo, right? And if I go in here now, see that updated, that's correct. No, not that one. Reload. And so that's actually updating. So you can actually do it. So this is correct, right? Block save content extra props. Yeah, except we're not, but this isn't a block prop though. This is actually saved to the post type, like the instance of the post. So, you know, yeah, we're trying to write back to ACF without going through the ACF interface. That's kind of what we're doing. Now, what you're talking about there is really, really a cool idea, because it would be awesome if you could be like, hey, my block recognizes ACF stuff, but I'm going to save all those ACF fields as properties, as attributes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So if I come back here now and I'm going to hard code some of these values. I just want to see what this does. So if I hard code the custom value with a stat, whatever, what is this called? Hard coded test, right? But I'm not going to do it there because that's not going to work. I'm going to do it here where it will actually work. Hello. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to try to do the same thing now. I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to change this value. So this value just is what it is. Now, if I hit update, it should do that request. And oh my God, look at that. Oh my God. Okay, nope. I'm just refreshing the page here. Okay, we're still gonna get it back. Okay, I think it's because it's saving out of order. I think we're writing our stuff and then it's writing his. So that's not gonna work. So how? I have no idea. I have no idea how we can save that. Maybe it might have to be on the PHP side. So in the meantime, I mean, what we can do is, like we do URL and I go google.com/3 and I hit save. This should save it correctly. We'll find out just by looking here. Yeah, so that does work. Okay. So we can write to it directly. Okay. You think I should return? Oh, I see what you're saying. So just return API fetch. But won't that run when it's unmounted? Corey, have you tried turning it on and off again? So you're thinking this, Kevin? Let's just see the order of things that happen. Okay, we'll go into the network. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to hit update. And then I got, what is this one? Well, that might have actually worked. Oh my God, Kevin. Did that work? Huh. Kevin, this is for you, Kevin. Let's see. Let's save this again. Oh my sweet Lord, Kevin, if you were here, I'd take you by your beautiful face and give you a kiss. A completely platonic, friendly kiss, but a kiss nonetheless. Well, hold on. Did it work? Hold on. You just okay, hold on. Let's get this back to what I guess we're gonna ACF meta. So, okay. It might be happening too late, but it's progress. Once again, Kevin saves the stream. Okay, so we get this, and I go my custom field, and I go hi again, right? This should trigger update. So we hit update. You know what? It probably doesn't matter because I've already updated everything. So I refresh this. I should get hi again back. I did. Nope, it's good. It's good because, well, like what I was thinking was like, well, you know, because I was hard coding the values here, and I thought, well, it's not going to update at the right time, but it doesn't matter because if we're in here doing like this, you know, 6, and then I go, whatever. This is something I'll deal with later. And then custom, oh, sorry, and then custom, oh, I have to fix that up. Hi again, it's me, right? All these are going to be stored in state, right? So this is just going to basically tell Gutenberg, the block editor, that I need to update. So when I hit update, it's going to run behind the scenes anyways, and it won't matter because the state is already maintained. Does that make sense? This is brilliant, Kevin. You are brilliant. So I'll just refresh this page, make sure that all those fields. We can also look here. We should see. I should say hi. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So this is just wunderbar. That is amazing. So I can get rid of my little save. Down where that can go. I can get rid of all this. I don't need that debound save anymore because that felt ugly and janky to begin with. And I don't need this button. That can go away. Which means I don't need this. And then I don't need this. And I can do that. Okay, so there's some stuff up in here. Debound save, I don't need. So, clearly there's easier ways to do some of the stuff that I was doing. But I didn't have Kevin here to tell me how to do it properly. Which is great. Okay, so we'll do that, and then, oh wait, but this is, I want this to happen. There's some logic here I have to fix that. Every time the dependency array is reported. Effect return fires every time the dependency array updates before running it again. Okay. So by returning, okay, so. Okay, so I don't need that. So the logic that I was going to have, so back in, you know, back before Gutenberg had a lot of these selectors and stuff, there was always you always had to be like set a let and be like save, and then like, you know, if it saved, you know, if it was doing something, you had to kind of keep track of the state that way. I don't think we need to do it this time. I think what we're doing here is just going to work. This set ACF meta does work. So const saving is saving. We need that, and then this is how we save the ACF meta post, like meta when the post is saved. Okay, sweet. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm pretty happy about that. So the other thing that I discovered is that, like, okay, so the other thing that we have access to with ACF is some of these fields are pretty straightforward. Like, it's a text string, right? That's cool. We can do stuff with the text string. But what if it's not? What if it's like I in here I defined, like, we've got this related field, right? So we called it related, and this is actually like what does this look like? Is it in here? Yeah. So this is what it looks like this, right? So this is a little bit more complicated than just these sort of string or fields, right? So in order to know what these are, we have to, like, if we want to do anything custom, like, I would love to see this in here in the block itself. That makes a lot more sense to me. So in order to understand anything about this information, we need to make an options request to the post, which I did somewhere. Where did I do that? Might have just done that in the browser here. So let's look at this. So this will show us a whole bunch of information here. If I go wp.api fetch, I wonder if I have it right there. So if I call this, which I don't know if anyone can read, this is going to give me back all the information about the, where is it? Endpoints? Nope. Where is it? Methods? Nope. Schema, properties, ACF. So this tells me everything about the fields. right? So we've got custom, which is type is string or null. We've got related, where the type is integer, array, or null. URL, where the type is string or null. So based on some of those things, well, there's a format here as well. So we can probably get some information out of it to really be able to say, okay, this is the field I want. Let's start trying to mess around with some of these fields, and then we can get a sense of like what, maybe we can infer what interfaces we need to use, right? So to do that, I want to use a use effect, but I don't think Kevin will let me. I don't think so. I want to be able to use effect again, and then because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another API fetch, but only when it loads, like only when it initially loads, like this. And I'm gonna make that options request, basically the one that I've pasted in here. I'm gonna do this, right? So that's what I want to do. Oh, I need the post ID. So the something like that, yeah. Something like that. And then when I get this stuff, I'm gonna just I want to store this as a lookup somewhere. So if I call this, I should be able to get that same information, but only when the block initially loads, right? So there we go. So there's a namespace. So we're gonna get the schema out of there. We're gonna get the properties. We're gonna get ACF. So this is really all I need. So option.schema .properties. Is that what I called it? Is that what it was called? Is that what name I need to be using is? Let's look. Schema. Oh, sorry, schema properties and then .acf. .acf. Conditional chaining for the win. ACF. Okay, so that should give me that stuff. All right. How many shades exactly? Shades of purple. There's 50 shades of purple, Corey. Are you flirting with me? I'm kidding. Oh, this stream has become a walking HR violation. Okay, so yeah, so this is the stuff that we have. So now we need to make some. I think I need to figure out some things. This is a steamy stream. It is. Hello, welcome. So gross. I'm just disgusting. All right, so if we look at the field types here, we can see. We can see some things, I think. We can make, some of this stuff is going to be kind of hard to infer. Like, I mean, if we look at email is string and null. A URL is also string and null. And a password is also string and null. So I don't know if it gets us any more in information, but let's have a look and see what popped out here. So if we look at the URL, we've got format. Okay, so there's a format. Which is fine, cool, because I wonder. Okay, so let's. I'm gonna just add some more fields in here. Can I add fields directly in here? I have to go to the field group. I'm gonna go email. This is email. Okay, no, yeah, it's fine. And I'm gonna be password. We're gonna call it password. I just want to see what data comes out. And I'm just gonna save that. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. What are you doing? Leave me alone. Okay, so if I go back into my post, not that one, this one, and if I refresh this, okay, we got email and password. So I should be. Really? Page source? Come on. What am I? New? All right, what's this? So object, description, properties. Let's look at password. Okay, email, format email. Okay. So there's going to be some things that we can use that will have format. So I think we're going to need to come up with like a helper method or something, right? So I can say, I can get we can infer the, yeah. because what would be super cool is if we could do this. What if we did, like, what if this, so select control, where am I here? So in the text control. So in this text control, right, we could add some, we could do some logic like something like this. We could do nested, like we could say, let's just say, if it's a password. So just assume that I'm saying true here because password has, we've determined that this is indeed a password field. So we need, so we're gonna use a password field or a URL field, right? So what if we had multiple components, right? If we wanted to have custom components for each one of these, which might make sense, or even better, custom components like in the actual, in here. So sorry, like these are our inspector controls, but it might be better just to have stuff right in here, right? Like here's an idea. So what if we were like, so we know that, so what's the field type? What's the field type of custom? Custom is just like string. It's just a straight up string, right? So if we were to do that, we could pull in rich text from wherever the heck is, where's block props? There it is. So we can pull in rich text, right? So we could be like, something like, you know, like is string, is whatever, text field, and whatever that is, right? We can have it output the rich text component, right? Which probably makes it a lot cooler. Right, and then whatever we'd want to wrap it in, I think tag name, I think it's a div by default. So whatever, we'll just leave this, right? And so we say value is going to be, it's going to be this. It's going to be this whole doodad, right? And then we're going to have like a on change. There's probably some more things I'm missing here. But this is now like going to be way more integrated. In fact, it's going to take it completely out of the it's going to take it completely out of the sidebar, and we're going to be what is that? What? Oh, that doesn't need to be there. Sorry. We're going to be basically doing something similar to where am I? In here. So we're going to be doing like this, right? And then in this case, we're going to have, what am I doing here? I'm calling two different functions, so I need to do it different ways. Okay, so we're going to do that. So if this is native, we're going to call that. Otherwise, we're going to call the other one. Is that going to work properly? I'll paste that. I don't know if that's going to work. That seems really wrong. I don't think that's formatted correctly. No. Oh, okay. So we could build one out and bring it in. Yeah, we could do that. Okay. So I think we just need to do this slightly differently. Probably just do it more inline, like if this. Right. What? No. And then we'll do an else down here. Right. So if that, then we're gonna call this set native up in here. Otherwise, get rid of this. Getting too tricksy for my own good. And then I'm gonna grab the whatever the set ACF meta, and then like that. Right? Why is that not formatting? I've broken something. I expected there's a colon in there somewhere. Oh shit. Hold on. I need that, and I'll put this in there. I think that's the old problem. That was probably the problem to begin with. So I'm just gonna say const. Because we haven't done the logic yet. Is text field is gonna be true, right? And then so if we refresh this now, this should just be broken. Oh, I have to pick the text. I have to pick the meta. So let's go native, stream duration, right? Stream date. So this should be updating. It's updating everywhere, right? If you jump over to ACF now, you should be able to grab custom. Or I'm going to do email. I'm going to say me at my email. Oh wait, where am I doing it? Here. Sorry, I should be doing it here. Me at ryanwelcher.com. Which is my actual email. Don't email me. And then I update all this, and this should get updated in here. All right, so we got emails, we got tested. Okay. So you can see that we can like really get integrated here. Now that we've got the plumbing saved, it was really cool. We're just worrying about the interfaces, which I think is super, super cool, and wouldn't have been possible without Kevin, without the sponsors like Kevin. Hey, many claps for Saul. This is a team effort. Although I would definitely appreciate some likes and subs. I just want people to like me. Yeah, cool. So what's next? What would we do next? What would be helpful? So I still think I need to do something with this is saving. Like I don't want to actually run this, I guess, unless, do I want to run this? I don't want to run it if it hasn't changed. That's interesting. I'd like to understand maybe how we can look into like an object or like understand the sort of the is dirty, like what, I wonder what they post. Post attribute name. Okay. I wonder if I wonder if I can use this to, I want to check something because I don't want this thing firing all the time. What I want to do is I want to Can I just retrieve it? I guess I could. So I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to change this ever so slightly. I want to return an object. This is going to be called is saving, right? And then we're going to go, I don't know how to call this yet. So we're going to go that. I'm going to pass, I don't even know if ACF is an actual thing. And then I'm going to make this one of these. And then one of those. Ugh, what? Get lost, man. And then I need to empty return my object here. So what? I believe there's is typing API. Is that what you mean? No. What I want to check is, has the ACF data changed? Has anything in my ACF object, is it any different? Because if it's not, we don't need to write. Like we don't need to save it if it hasn't changed. So that's what I want to check here. And then in here, I'm going to just do. I'm going to do this. Console.log test. This is a horrible variable name, but I want to see if anything. If there's a way to check to see that I can do that. Okay, so what is this? Edit 74, maybe? No, that's not what I want. I'm gonna get rid of that, sorry. Standby. Okay, so if I hit update, so that's getting all the edited stuff, but why is it edited? It shouldn't be. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to do, this is what, edited. Saved. Oops. Why is that being? Oh, I didn't export it. Okay, not export it, but. Oh, what? Get lost. What is this? Map select. Get. What? Is there not a? I swear to God, there was a. Saved post. What is it? Post attribute post. Get current post. Sorry. Okay, so that's what I need. Get current post attribute. Let's try that. So my end game here that I'm trying to do is, I guess I need to check edited versus saved, and if there's any difference, then I can save it. Otherwise, there's no point. There's not really any point in saving it. So if I then, it's being run a bunch of times. Don't like it. Oh, I know why. It's being run. It's being run when it's false, and then being run again when it's true. So let me, and there's 2 blocks too. So let me just get rid of one of these blocks in here. This is gonna be multiple calls too, because there's multiple blocks. That's a problem. So if I just do this and say test, right? So I should get, hopefully I should get the edited custom in here says test, and then saved is custom, it says whatever it used to say. There it is. So the edited and save. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. So now what I need to figure out, is there an easy way to check if objects are the same? JavaScript, JS objects are the same. Kevin's gonna have this right off the top of his head. Object is that all I need to do? That's it. Okay, so object.is saving and object.is, and that's not the same. Then we need to run save. Saving ACF. Yeah, is there a better function for that then? Maybe something in Lodash, but same object, not necessarily the same value. Oh, okay. Okay, so I need deep comparison. It's got maybe something. Oh, okay. It looks like Lodash probably is the old thing we want. Oh, I don't want to do this too crazy. I'm just going to do Lodash. So we have Lodash available to us. So we'll just use Lodash. This will be, what is it? Is equal? Hello, is equal. Is equal. Right. So it's going to be a much better thing. I think I just pass it like that. Don't you pass 2 things? Yeah, okay. Anyway. I'm just telling me, I'm just doing what the internet's telling me to do. So hopefully this works. So if I hit this now, edited and saved should be the same. So we shouldn't have a console log saying save ACF. So let's update that. And didn't happen. So we come in here now and I make this test again. I should be able to update. I should get saving ACF. Okay, that's exactly what I want. I don't want it saving unless it needs to save. There's a whole other issue here of like multiple blocks. Accessing, like saving, making multiple trips to the server, right? Which I always value, but I'm just gonna have a different graph. Yeah, right. Cool. All right, so that's gonna save that. So we don't need this. I'm gonna use state here in a second, I think, to store the, I'm gonna say const, this is gonna be, what, ACF types? Oh, set ACF types. And this is gonna be use state, and it's gonna just have a default value. And then what I wanna do is when I pull these types, I'm going to actually just set the ACF types to this value. Right, and then we should be able to just access that whenever we need it. And then I need this like something to map that, I guess. So I'm just gonna whatever console log. I should just get the types here, and they're done. Undefined, undefined, and then it pulls in. Okay, and then we got property, or maybe just properties. I don't think I need any of this other stuff. All right, I'm gonna do properties. It seems a lot of stuff. Pops in. Okay, so then I should be able to look up custom and then get the type. So I should be able to do something like, just thinking, what's the best way to do? I'm gonna need a function, I guess, right? I'm gonna need a little like const get meta interface type is a function, and it's going to check the whatever the key, and it's gonna return something. At this point, I don't really know what. And then I'm going to have to do this. Now, do I need to pass ACF types to it? I don't. Whatever. Anyways, I just do. This is just gonna probably break. But if I just go console log ACF types, and then I pass key to it, is that gonna work? And then let's just break. Do that. All right. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna call it in here. I don't know. And then we'll go. That's ugly as I'll get out, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Clear this. I think this is gonna break. Okay, define, it's got all that stuff. So I grab this and I go meta URL custom. Where is that being called? Edit 105. Oh, I do that. Maybe I need to pass the types to it. Just keep saying undefined, so that's probably what it is. This is not doing anything. I'm getting an error there now. Okay. Oh, what? So dumb. I'm not calling this right. Okay. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. So we should have, what, ACF types? Oops. ACF types, and I'll call pass custom. Right. I don't think I'm doing this right at all. I'm going to take it through a little better. Cannot reading is undefined here. Oh God, I have another then. What am I doing? I'm dumb. Sorry, I should be. Oops, that's what I need. Okay, so this should just display that properly now. Hopefully. Cannot read undefined, reading custom. Okay, so. Oh. Okay, so that works. That does not be set yet. That's strange. Okay, well, okay, so I think I need to do. I don't know if I need another use effect here, maybe, because I need to determine essentially I'm going to need to return, what is the meta, sorry, what am I doing here? Meta key, meta type, meta. So when meta key changes, I basically just want to run this function. I want to run, what is that function? This thing, get interface by type, right? And this is going to take the meta key, and I guess CCF types. Do that. Okay, let's just see. This is going to be weird, but hopefully it just won't break. Okay, so that's what I want. So this tells me this, right? So based on that, like I should be able to Okay, I need to think about this a bit more. I don't think I'm doing this right in the React sense. Because what I want to have happen is I want to be able to say, okay, you selected ACF, and then Mr. Simpson00, thank you for the follow. I want to say you've selected this meta field, and then based on the whatever logic in here, you need to be using this component. And so it's going to like return a component. It'll have to have like common. It'll have to have like common value props, stuff like that. Does that make sense? So I want this to return essentially. This is what I want it to do. I want it to essentially return just this for now. Let's just see. Right? So this is a bit different, but we'll sort of do that. Let's just, right? So if I pass that and I run this in here, right? I should just be able to run like this, right? Pass with the key, the meta key. Right? Right? I think that's right. Okay, that seems to work. So what I'm going to need to do is basically return a different component based on the interface type, right? So I get the key, which I'm never actually using here, or maybe it's meta key. And the onChange is going to be handled, right? So I think this becomes a lot simpler if I kind of take the native mater out. Native mater? That's not a word. The native meta. Xzac, hey yo. How's it going? Welcome, thanks for hanging out. I'm on a goal for 10 subs. So if anyone's interested, subs, please. Often you would extract to a new component and return from there. What? What do you mean, Kevin? Explain it to me again. Like instead of it being a function, it's a component. It's a functional component. Is that what you mean? So more like if it was more like media interface type like this. Is that kind of what you're? Something like that? Yeah. Okay. That actually feels a little less janky. Anyways, it works better in here. And then you would go. What did I call that? What did I call that? Key. So the key prop would be meta key. Meta key like that. That's much nicer. Okay. So then inside of that component, I figure out what component you have to pass in prompts. Yeah. So like what I'm doing here, right? So the key is the meta key, and then whatever else. Then you can do the onChange. Actually, the onChange can be handled outside of all this, which is really nice, right? Oh yeah. Sorry, key's not a good one. Meta key. Yeah, you're totally right. It should be meta key. And then my onChange can just literally be this whole doodad. Oh yes, this is a much better way of doing it. Right, let's do this whole onChange is going to be like make it fun. Come on now, let's put that in there, and then I just onChange just becomes onChange, I think, like that. We can move it outside the current component too. Move what outside the current component? The onChange? Like, oh, what are you talking about? So the onChange is outside. It's in this one. Is that what you mean? So, Oh yeah, so you're like just have a function like on change. Do it that way? Is that what you mean? Like just kind of this, and then this becomes like that. That's what we're getting at. Oh, well, what are you saying? I'm not following what you're. I'm not grokking what you are throwing at me there. Like, were you saying to move the on change to this component and then just pass it through? Because I think that's what I was getting at out of that. You moved out if you wanted to abstract. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. No, I could put this into its own component, which I'd probably do. In fact, I'd probably have like, I'd probably have like components, right? And then in here, I'd do like meta interface type, or how do you do it? I'm gonna do it that way. Interface type .js, and then do even in the same file. Yeah, and then put it in there, and then maybe have other components depending on the complexity, and then pull those in and just sort of, you know, nest it as much as possible, as much as is needed, right? So, and then just export default meta interface type, and then just import that. You spell it right. Import meta. Not spelling that right. Right, and kind of do that. Yeah, I think what needs to happen in this file in general is I need to split some of this stuff out. I also like to I typically like to move my inspector controls into like their own file too sometimes, because they're getting a bit big here. Just kind of, there's a lot of things going on. This is going to, you know, this is one big piece of functionality that's going to be abstracted into this, which could have multiple other types of things in there. So yeah, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. I feel like the next part of this is now going to be generating interface. You know what, Kevin? I think you're right. I'm going to move this out here. I'm going to update my interface, and I'm just going to call this components. Yes, and I'm going to delete my components directory. So now in components, I'm just going to export that, and then not have a default. Then I can just add all my components in here and do that. This should still work as expected. And yeah, so should have no, oh, I broke it. What did I break? Rich text. Oh, yep, that'll do it. So where is rich text? Rich text is here. I'm gonna need that in my components. That needs to go away. WordPress dependencies. Import rich text. That should be all I need to make that work. Meta type is not defined. Oh, right. Meta type. I love to refactor and break all the things. It's a song I wrote for you, Kevin. I wrote it for you. Alright, let's see. Now, what else is going to tell me is broken? What else is going to be broken in here? Probably the probably these things. So I'm gonna need those two. ACF meta equals ACF meta. That's fun. Don't you tell me how to... Oh, what? Kevin? Now you broke this. Get it. It's not fine. Where is that? Am I calling that somewhere? Oh yeah, I have a use effect that's calling that. Where's that thing gone? I don't need that. That needs to go right away. You know what? This is your idea. Don't let me turn this car around. There, it works. I had to refactor like everything. But this makes sense. Doing it, this makes sense. I think this makes a lot of sense because this is going to handle all of our switching logic. It's going to handle like, oh, this is what we should be displaying now. This is what we should be displaying later. And in theory, we should be able to do something like, I don't know, maybe multiple return statements is the way to go. But if we did like, I don't know, let's just say, this is stupid, but let's do it this way, and then we'll do something like that, right? And oh, we're going to need to do an if whatever, meta, oh, come on, meta type is equal to native, right? Then we'll return that. This is so dumb. I'm hoping what'll happen here is it'll just like be cool about it, right? And then so this is ugly. Maybe I should probably put an else in here. Yeah, so whatever. I probably do a switch statement, maybe. I don't know. And just so hopefully now, if I refresh this, what'll happen is, let me just give this away. So I'm gonna get this out of the way. It's like that. So I'm at ACF. So I go native. Well, what happened? Why didn't that work? You bastard. Should be an H1. What's in there now? Let's inspect. It is an H1. So why is the value not? This is dumb. Right, reload this. Right, so here, this is like a rich text field. I'll switch this. Get here. Switch this to native, and I get this. So that'll be pretty cool because then we switch back to ACF and then we get our field back and everything works that way. So this is obviously way too naive, but I think what we'll do here is be like if return type is native, then we'll probably just end up doing this, a rich text, because it's just native stuff is just going to be most likely a some kind of text field anyways, because it's been just registered. But again, this is a bit thing. But if it's ACF, which would be this, then we can go into the checks of all the types. We'll probably need to add. Actually, what we'll need to add in here is we'll need to get the ACF types. ACF types is equal to ACF types, and then we'll be able to get ACF types out of here. ACF types, and then we can do some logic in here, like you know, I don't know, switch ACF not meta types. Does the JavaScript world use switch statements very often? And then we go meta key, right? And go like that. Then it can be like case custom, right? This. Wait, no. Case. What is this? I can't even remember anymore. I think types. What does that look like? Okay, well, this just needs to be stopped. So we should be able to go like dot. I think dot types. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I can't remember what the data shape is. What is the data shape? It looks like this. So we'll have properties. We'll author them. We'll have type. And if type contains string and null, then we can say we'll just pretend it's a thing. thing, right? Or if it contains no integer null, then we can return different stuff. This is the part that I need to get into. Yeah. You know what? I think with that, it might be a good time to kind of call it. It's almost 12:30 my time here, so I'm at the point now where I think I need to do a bit of thinking on how we can take this block to the next level, which is like custom components based on data type, and then building out some of those things. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. And be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content about Gutenberg and WordPress development.